Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the most worst week of trading history. Had a buy overnight on GJ. Closed at like 4, well, it got closed at like 4 pips. Had a trailing stop, was testing with the trailing stop, so I was like, okay, let's see if it starts to move up. I was looking at this 4-hour candle to flip bullish overnight. So I had my buys and my stops below here. Because the only thing was that the daily hasn't really gone bearish, so not sure if it's respecting the support at 139.760, no, 370 or what. But this is the worst week to trade. The worst of the worst. Is someone trying to speak? Like, I'm not sure.
I was saying that I had GJ buys this morning as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That was the 8 a.m. push.
Your voice is not clear. Like, it's very, like, low, like, kind of.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Your voice is not... Oh, look at that GJ. GJ 1 hour just ranging. Hard range. Who knows what GJ's up to? What's GJ planning for everybody? No one knows. The only thing I do know is that buys above even 140 or like 139, 850, 139, 900 would be perfect because there's this clean candle here to the left. This is clean. So that was my whole idea about taking buys. For price to break above here and then go up here. 100% you have proven that over and over again. First half of the week is the worst after the news is good out. Yep. This is like the worst week. You have Brexit coming on, like Brexit issues, uncertainty really, like not like issues. Lots of uncertainty with Brexit. So this is how I view news. I just uncheck pairs I don't look at. So perfect. Oh, this is last week. Oh, damn. Today. Alright. So you got vote. We don't know what time it is, right? So we're going to take a look at this here. Let's take a look at this here. This vote would be... Man, I don't know. If someone's trading GJ or GBP especially, good luck. It's going to be quite a shit show. So we got 6 hours. Oh, it's not even on today. Interesting. It's not even here. It should be here. It's not here. The only thing we got is this guy here. Looks like he's from Game of Thrones. Like the kind of name he has. Tyrion something. Oh, they have announced they have been agreed to delay Brexit. Well, if they've delayed Brexit, that means this should be some form of relief for the pound. Some sort of relief for the pound. That means pound should continue moving up.
Morning.
Hey, morning, Kalal. Bro, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I saw your messages in Slack. I haven't read them. I'm probably gonna read them later.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just I'm gonna start trading from today onwards. I'm probably gonna send you quite a few charts.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah, it's a pretty stupid day to trade
London
today.
was absolute garbage today.
Garbage, yeah. I see these moves. Went straight to resistance. Next one tried to break up and came back down. Back up, back down.
Yeah, I was waiting for a break above there because, like you said, that clean candle on the left, but it didn't come.
Yeah, this would be the best trade idea. I took buys last night, but I got stopped out.
Where was your buy?
My buys was, let me see here. It was around 139 400. Yeah, 139 4. Yeah, my stop was below here, 139 300, and I was like, okay, you know what? Overnight, if it breaks it, perfect.
Oh yeah.
It didn't break it. I had like a 4 pip trailing stop loss. No, 8. Because every time it would go in profits, my stop loss would like chase after it.
Yeah, yeah. So you probably got stopped at break even, I guess.
Yeah, so it got stopped out. Wow, this is just actually, you know what? We'll draw support down over here where market opened. Because if price breaks below 139 300, it's coming down to 139 even, 100%. So these are the two targets, right? So GJ is in ranging. Right now we got two targets. One down over here and one up over here.
Yeah, I've got the same zone.
Yeah. It's kind of like a deeper zone because you got ranging here, price ranging here, so it's kind of like a deeper zone. 40 pips. This down here is like 25. Yeah, it's going to be a very, very hard day to trade. Very hard week to trade, actually. There will be people trying to trade the ranges. I mean, that's still good because GJ is very volatile, so it creates very big ranges. Gold. Could you check my chart, please? Yes. Send it. Full send that chart. UJ looking to touch 108.7. Oh, I don't even look at UJ, I realized. I've stopped looking at UJ. My plan has changed naturally. It evolved, you know. UJ looking to touch 108.760. 108.7. Oh, yeah, it's right there. 760 is right there. I think it might be doing like a kind of like a retest over here. See this area? Because it created a low, right? It created a low over here. This is where the market opened. Yeah, this is where the market opened yesterday. So it created a low. Now it's coming up to retest this. So I mean, now there's a high chance it can come down to retest this low. So if we look on 15, yeah, that would make sense. Like on the 1 hour. Did TD leverage back up for GJ? Yeah, I think so. It should be. Should be back up. I think the best person to contact is going to be customer support. You know, realistically, if the leverage is 1 to 100, if the leverage is 1 to 100, you should be able to still risk at a time, I think, like 4%, maximum 4%. So, you know, that's a good risk limit. Like, even if you have a lower leverage, then you'd be forced not to risk over a certain amount. You know, but when you have larger leverage, then you can, like, you have that option to trade or to risk more than your average amount. That's how I see leverage. It's like having a superpower, you know. How much are you going to use it?
Good morning, Rakeel.
Hey, good morning. Can you go over how you would plot support resistance on gold right now? Okay, since I don't have it here, so I'm going to plot it. So let's take a look at the daily here first. So we're going to do a top-down analysis here. Let's start with the daily. So when we're looking at the daily, the previous daily candle on Friday did a huge wick up and came back down and closed below 1505, 1506. So we're like, okay, that seems like some sort of a resistance area for the daily candles, because all these daily candles keep wicking up in this range and keep closing below, I'd say, like 1505, 1506. Right? And you're like, okay, perfect. Let's take a look at where they were coming up from, right? Because you look at the daily candles, candles are bullish, so you're like, okay, where did the daily candles come up from? Obviously, bullish candles are made on support, right? So we're gonna take a look at that. So maybe, you know, this is support right over here, 1495. You know, because this was a resistance, and daily candle broke it, this one, and it went up to the next resistance. So we're like, okay, now let's just look at the small time frame and see what we can find, because realistically what we want to do here is, like, the basic market pattern would be price breaks resistance, comes up, reaches another resistance, comes down, creates a support, and goes back up to retest this area, or if there's enough momentum, let's say there's NFP, it breaks it and goes up. Let's go to a small time frame. So 4-hour time frame. Now obviously we got to neaten up the zone, you know, because it was too fat. So you're looking at the 4-hour time frame now. So 4-hour candles are reversing from 1506. You know, so maybe this is some sort of a much cleaner resistance now, I would say, right? Because the 4-hour candles, when they reject a region, that's an important region, because 4-hour is an important time zone or time frame, right? So maybe this is an important price right over here. So now, when we're looking for support, the most clean support that we see is right over here. This is the cleanest support, and it also happens to be a psychological level of 1500. You know, so how big is this range? Let's measure this range. This is a 60 pip range, you know, and this market structure is not clean. It's very hard. This market structure is very, very hard. All this area is very hard. Like, I mean, if you can take sells based on the fact that, hey, like, you know, we're closing below the support, there's a clean candle here, I mean, go ahead, you can do that. But this is a very hard market structure right over here. Even if we extend this all the way to the left, yeah, nothing of importance other than the fact that if this support breaks, there's a high chance we might come down to 1497, 1496. But it's going to be really hard. When our candle is about to close, it's closing below the support. So now, you know, for like small scalping opportunities, you can say, okay, yeah, the next one might wake up and then continue down till maybe 1503, 1504. So those are tiny opportunities you can still grab, but I mean, other than that, it's just very hard. Maybe a support over here, which is the 1 hour support here. Okay. A stupid question. How do you place a trading stop on MT4? Well, you right click it and it's gonna show you trading stop. EJ is heading up here as well. I'll be right back. How many days I look in the past? I probably look back maybe 1 or 2 days. If something like this is happening, something like GJ is happening, you only look like the past 4 hours, and you're gonna get your support resistance.
Morning.
Morning.
Gold is dropping.
Thinking of taking longs at like 1498.8.
I think gold's just gonna stay in a tight range till Wednesday. I don't think it's gonna do too much.
Yeah, waiting for the news.
Yeah. Man, I got so excited when I saw they were looking to drop the interest rate.
Yeah, it looks very probable that it is.
You know what? If you listen to their press conference after the last rate drop, they kind of sounded like they were going to do it again because they weren't so strong on keeping rates as they were.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they were like, "Oh, we're gonna see, but we have faith that we're gonna continue on growth at 2%." And it's like, if you had that much faith, you would say we're not gonna drop rates again for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Big facts.
Yeah, we'll see.
Gold is dropping.
Anybody get the new COD?
Yeah. Yeah, big time. I've been playing it non-stop.
Man, me too. At first I didn't like it, but you know, as I kept playing it, it's way more realistic, and I actually do like it a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I enjoy it. Yeah.
My 4-hour chart is different. My question is, which is the most genuine platform? Every platform is different. The only difference you see is the times when the liquidity providers open, I think. Yeah. Because like some servers, they open at 5 p.m. Eastern, some open at 8 p.m. Eastern. You know, so there's a difference. So, but like on all the other time frames, they're all the same. Because if I look at the 4-hour, this is like this. If I look at the 1-hour, so now the 4-hour here could be different on some other 4 hours too, right? But when I look at the 1-hour, 1-hour will always stay the same. So it's not like which platform to follow, but it's like, do you understand market structure?
Oh, Rakeel, Chris is saying you still have Fridays scrolling on the YouTube stream.
Yeah, man. I thought things for the interruption.
Oh, that's bad for marketing. Oh shit. Okay.
That's bad, dude. Let's start again.
Instead of Friday, it's Monday. Take it easy. It's probably the worst week to trade.
Wait. Any month, also move.
Would you like that EJ buy idea if 1-hour close above resistance? Yeah, I think that's. I was looking at EJ buys earlier, you know, so it looks like it would be a good idea. You got the 30-minute closing as well. 30 minutes of breakout candle here. So now you're like, okay, if this closes above in the next 2 minutes, the next candle should not break the low of this current one, which is like 7 pips. You know, so this could be a stop, 7-8 pips, and then you're targeting maybe up over here, 12, 15 pips. Yeah, that could be like a 4-hour wick fill and then continue up to this 4-hour zone right here.
Yeah, that's nice.
You know, so if someone says, "Oh, they only target 10 pips," well, yes, stupid, because more than like 15 pips is above this resistance, which we don't know if it's going to break or not. Ooh, seems like huge is coming up over here. We're getting another rate cut. Man, when they cut the rates here, oof, that's gonna drop gold again, and then gold's gonna just fly after that. Gold is gonna fly. Look at this weekly. Look at this weekly support. Yeah.
1550, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna back up.
I hope they push it back down to maybe 1494, 1490. And
Yeah.
then you got that whole move back up.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's gonna happen. That's gonna happen with interest rates. Cause
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The average wick, down wick of every weekly candle,
yeah, exactly. Because
we could push it up.
hi guys, I want to trade but no idea. Can somebody give me crush course? Yeah, GJ's just ranging. What's that? Someone drawing candles? Yeah, those liquidity wicks, exactly.
Baby Pips can give you a crash course.
Yeah, Baby Pips has a really nice crash course.
Good information, but yeah.
Yeah,
No project.
If they are cutting rates, it doesn't make sense for them to push gold down Monday, Tuesday. It would make more sense for them to push gold up for the drop.
yeah, that's true too. Because when the news is gonna come out, it's gonna be as expected. So that's gonna be a shock drop on gold.
Yeah.
And then later on, like after the next session, gold's gonna start to rally up again. And then fuck, there's NFP.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
shit.
mad weight. And the end of
NFP is gonna throw a wrench into it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
But if you look at the last NFP rate decision, they pushed gold. They kind of ranged gold on Monday, pushed it back up like Tuesday into early Wednesday morning, into like the weekly high, and then it gave like one tap before it just died off.
Yeah.
And then we went right back up to 1536. Retrace the whole move.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting.
Oh yeah.
listen to it this week. It's really good.
On the last interest rate decision, I swung the retracement of the move. It just held it for 250 pips. But I don't think this time I'm going to do that, man, with the NFP on Friday.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just going to have to scalp the move back up. Might be a little safer than NFP.
I think I'll wait till after NFP.
I'm looking for gold buys, man.
Oh, yeah. Agreed.
Gotta get a pullback on this shit to go higher.
See, I think the
DJ looks
gold
like
buys
shit.
going into Wednesday.
Well, we got news coming out at 8:30, so maybe the news will push it down.
Yeah.
You trying to get it right on Monday, bro?
Huh?
You trying to get the buys right on Monday?
Well, whatever the market gives me. If it doesn't give me anything, I'm not taking it. Because right now, it just looks like a shit show.
Yup. I'm the same. DJ doesn't know it in the morning.
DJ looks horrible.
Yup. Damn fool morning.
Yeah, I'm not even touching gold till Wednesday, man. I don't even touch GJ. I just like to watch it.
Okay, what's this? Waiting for 1 hour to close bearish. Retest levels, bearish buys, free traffic, target, buy stop, target, free traffic. Euro USD. Nice. So you have a buy stop here, it's about to get hit. Then you're about to come into consolidation area and then on your way to target. Let's see if it plays out.
That's a bright chart, man.
Yeah. Oh, you have a chart dark?
Roger, that guy ran this account back up to 32.
Yeah, he went in profits and I think now it's back in drawdown.
Yeah, back in drawdown.
Back in drawdown. Wow.
He was like basically back at the point of starting, like 2400, but it's like still a little drawdown.
Okay, so what's this?
Where do you guys go to see that?
They gave out the investor password and username.
Oh, okay.
I think I took a screenshot. Let me send it over to you. One sec.
So this chart here, I wouldn't want to trade Euro USD, so I can't advise you anything. I mean, I wouldn't trade. I probably trade it up till here, this area, and that's about it. Because then you got this box forming here up here. So I don't like Euro USD anyway, so I just don't want. I wouldn't take this trade. Let's put it that way. But it still looks good. I mean, if you can take something out of it, perfect. I just don't like Euro USD at all. Even if this setup makes sense, I just want to close that chart. Ooh, he just moved on. It's still break and retest, right? Nope. Break and nope. It's more about understanding the market. Because if you look for the perfect break and retest, man, you're gonna keep looking for the perfect break and retest, and you will never ever, like, it's never gonna work out for you. Trust me, 100%.
You'll be waiting a long time.
Yeah, you'll be waiting for a long time. Look for the perfect break and retest. GJ ranging, EJ trying to push up. I don't trade EJ, so whatever. UJ is trying to do some sort of a retest here. Candle's still open. I mean, there's nothing to trade. Gold looks like it could be making a top wick and then continue down. But other than that, Monday should be used to plan out how news is going to play out or what the higher time frame targets are going to be. Yeah, look at this daily consolidation on UJ. Wow. If UJ is consolidating, that means something is happening.
Yep.
This is your box right here on UJ. See right here? And if we extend it, the same thing happened back in July as well. The same thing happened. And then we had this move down. What was this? 1st August. August 1st. So let's see why that move happened on 1st August. Oh, we got a 60 pip range. First of August. Here we go. What day was it? Thursday. Oh, maybe it was a tweet or something. Yeah, maybe it was a tweet. That's why it fell. So anyway, we're still having this issue here now, right? So when this is ranging, you look at the news, you're like, man, this is going to be a very volatile week. So when you realize it's going to be a volatile week, so then that tells you, okay, it's going to break either way. If it breaks up, we're heading up to 109,500. That's your high time frame target right here. Like, of course, the first one is going to be at like 109,300, but then this is the main consolidation phase right here again, right? And if it breaks down, then we're coming back down, you know, after breaking this support, at least coming back down to 108, maybe 107,500. There's so much going on this week.
I think it's going to be pretty mad week.
Mad week.
Yep.
Ooh.
Damn, they extend Brexit to January 31st again.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's amazing when they don't.
That shit is a joke.
Yeah, but it's kind of a different style of thing. It doesn't mean that's going to happen. It's open. It's like an open extension. So if we manage to sort something out beforehand, we can leave tomorrow. So it could happen any time now.
So what do
Okay.
you think about that snap election?
I don't really know how it's going to play out. I feel like it's causing any problems, to be honest. I think if they manage to get one done before Christmas, then Forex will get elected, and then basically push his stuff through. If not, that's it. But we'll be out of Europe.
What's the point of a snap election?
Well, just basically put someone in charge so they can decide on his own, basically. Doesn't mean everything's in each other. That is.
Hey Chris, your mic is not that good at all.
I probably should have sitting on the other side of the room, so. Can you hear me now? No.
It's really not that pleasing to hear at all. Like, I'm sorry to say that, but
Basically, the main reason for an election is because the government doesn't have a majority, so they keep losing every vote. And so that's why he wants to call a snap election. So he gets a majority.
Oh, and just push it through?
Yeah, exactly.
Did, when Theresa May did a snap election, didn't she?
Yeah, she actually lost her majority. She had a majority of like 3 and then ended up being like negative 13 seats to form a coalition.
oh,
Guess that hurt.
wow, was this move on gold a fake out to the downside to continue up? So basically, a snap election is just to see if it really is going to work. Is it like
The main reason is that he currently doesn't have a majority, and his hope is that if he calls a snap election, that he'll get re-elected, or he'll get elected, and that he'll have more seats in the House of Parliament, and so anything he puts through will get passed. Because everything, he's basically losing every vote right now, and then anything he brings to the government, he keeps losing.
So if he didn't have majority, how did he come in the first place?
So they have they have the largest amount of seats, and so it's them and another party that are
Oh, the one who got the most seats.
governing together, but
Okay.
they've basically bailed on him on the most recent votes, which is why he keeps losing everything.
Yeah. Poor guy. Yeah, it's the same stuff as Canada.
He doesn't seem to be very liked there, eh?
Trudeau? No, is this...
Johnson. Oh, Trudeau?
Trudeau.
No, Trudeau's an idiot.
Oh, there goes EJ. Wow, with the lowest popular vote in history. The thing is...
Problem?
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, no, I was just going to say that his MPs are more liked than Trudeau himself.
had so many like scandals. That's why. Like he's been brought in front of the ethics board so many times. It's not even funny. I think if the conservatives were able to put forth somebody that was actually likable, that wasn't Andrew Scheer, because he was a bit of a douche.
Yeah, he is a bit of a
They would
douche.
have took it no problem.
Yeah.
But they put forth Andrew Scheer, and you knew Andrew Scheer wasn't going to win because he was hated.
I'm just thinking whether if I can have a buy stop on gold at 1507 or not. Or even at 1507, 30, 20. But I don't want to rush into a trade on a Monday, that's the thing. Wow, look at that GJ. If someone can make sense of what GJ is doing here, I think you have a PhD in Forex technical analysis. There's nothing happening.
I think until New York opens, you won't have it. You won't have anything.
Man, quick scoping is so hard in this new COD.
Pull back on EJ. What's this? If your buy stop would get activated now, would you place the stop up below the candle? I don't have a buy stop yet on mate. No buy stop. So yeah, I mean, I'll see, because realistically, if a buy stop gets activated at 1507 and you got a stop below this candle, this is a 30 pip stop. Of course, I'm not gonna want that. So, you know, when you talk about buy stops, or when you try to copy a buy stop someone like I place or someone else place, you need to logically, like, you know, like it needs to make sense in your head for that buy stop. Or if, let's say, if someone takes a buy or a sell and you're just going to copy it, it needs to make sense in your head why you're doing that. Because it's, I don't know. I hope everyone has fun. Because this would make sense in my head. Because if something a news comes out that gives relief to the GBP, GJ is gonna pounce. And when it pounces, I wanna catch that pounce. Oh, someone woke up. Alright. Uncle Ted, I only find trade with easy stop losses only. Yes, that is perfect. That is perfect. What he said there is something very beautiful, and what that means is that when you're looking for a trade, you're looking to see where you can have the safest stop loss. That's the first step you should be taking. You know, if you take a trade, first you need to map out your stop loss. If that stop loss is going to make sense based on the trade you're taking, then you know it's better for you to take that trade. Yeah, this arrow makes sense over here. Perfect. Thank you for that analysis. Whoever that was, that was some amazing analysis. Nice. Uncle Ted, have you released your episode with Josh? I think you need to talk to Josh. Oh, 10 runs. What exactly I would do, but then the stop would be too big for me looking at that buy stop on GJ. Well, you know, I'm expecting it to break up. You know, if it gets activated, I'm probably gonna have my stop at like maybe 10-15 pips. So let's see here. Yeah, around 15 pips. That'd be okay. It'll be still a little tight, but I'll be okay to risk that. Let's put it that way. So you need to see if you have a trade or not. So far, I don't have a trade. No trade. It's ranging. Look at UJ, ranging. Gold. Look at this. Gold's not sure. This 1 hour candle is not sure what it's trying to do. GJ, it's nothing. Ranging. Look, this is the 1 hour range. Waiting. Ranging. What are you going to do? I mean, you have to accept the fact that this time, right now, there are no trades. Nothing. No trades. So don't try to force a trade. Just because some demo guy who has a nice Lambo on Instagram posts a trade, it doesn't mean you should take a trade. There's no trade so far. It's just range. This range. I think one big fuck this language barrier, man. I don't know. Like, oh yeah, I think this one big this one big fallacy is that okay, like when you start Forex, you wanna get out of the gates by catching big trades, you know, big massive trades. But no, that's the wrong approach. The main approach is like you sit and you watch and you observe. You see, this is what I've learned since I've been profitable, you know, because now I realize that, okay, when you're starting Forex for the first time, you need to sit, watch, and observe, you know, because now if you're watching GJ, you're like, okay, interesting, GJ is just ranging, right? And then you're just waiting for this to break out. That's it. Because if it breaks out, then you'll be like, okay, this was a textbook breakout, you know, and when it happens the next time, you'll be ready to, like, you know, anticipate it. And when it happens the third time, you'll be ready to execute on it, right? Because right now you're observing it. The second time you're going to anticipate it, and the third time you're going to execute on it. And these are the 3 steps you need to take. You need to observe, anticipate, execute. Damn, Raja, you're so good. Fuck, I'm going to save this. Hold on. Just want to know how Raja would manage his trade. I had a win today, just here for learning, not trading more today. Well, I'm not in a trade, so I'm not in a trade. If I was in a trade, you can see how I can manage a trade. But since I'm not in a trade, I'm not going to manage a trade. The number one thing you don't need to do when you start Forex is to create different scenarios, you know, because when you're waiting for a trade, you create scenarios like, oh, what if the candle forms this way, or what if the candle forms that way, what if this happens or that. There are infinite, like, you know, number of situations that can happen, you know, like a lot of different scenarios can play out at the same time, but you don't know, you can't pinpoint. You can only know when it happens and what happens. That's it. And you only got to go about that. Trading screen does not tell me anything, but I don't think professional trader trade off candles. Okay, perfect. Do you not use chart patterns and all when you trade? Only support resistance zones? Well, it's basically understanding market structure, right? Because if you're looking at GJ right here, let's take a look at GJ. We've been looking at GJ for a long time. So we're looking at GJ. GJ has resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. Let me get a better color here. And then you have GJ. You know, last night it opened here, support, support, support. You know, this move down seemed like it was some sort of a fake out here. You know, so now this is essentially ranging. You have a range over here. And when price is ranging, you're like waiting for a breakout, because if candle breaks out of this area here, then what's going to happen? If it breaks out of this area, you're going to take a look left and you're going to see, okay, well, we had a clean move down earlier last week, so there's a higher chance that price is going to do the same move up over here, right? So when you anticipate this, you start to measure how big this move can be. So it could be around like 50 pips, right? If this is a 50 pip range that you're anticipating to be filled in the next move, you know, when it breaks out of resistance, you may look around and say, okay, well, out of those 50 pips, I may want to grab maybe 25, 30 pips, you know. Or if you put the stops at break even, you have the potential of making even more pips, you know, and then you can say, okay, yeah, you know, Brexit was delayed and there was relief on GP, yada, 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 whatever. And now, in the same way, if it breaks support down over here, right, then you know, okay, there's a high chance price is going to come down to this support down over here. And how much is this? Then you start to measure this and you're like, okay, this is maybe 30 pips here, because you can see price here 139.300 down to 139 even. It's 30 pips, you know. But so far right now, price is in the middle of a range. So when price is in the middle of a range, there's a 50-50 chance price can go up. There's a 50-50 chance price can go down. But when price breaks this resistance, there's a higher chance it can go up. Or if it breaks this support, there's a higher chance it can go down. So you got to play on the higher probabilities, you know, not in the middle of a dog shit nowhere probability. I mean, it can't be like this. You can't trade right now. So, you know, so you got to quantify those two scenarios. What's going to happen if it's going to be a buy? What's going to happen if it's going to be a sell? Because the last thing you want to do is to have a buying analysis and price break support and you don't know what's going on. You know, if you don't know what the two outcomes are going to be, you're going to be confused if something plays out that you weren't expecting. Hope that made a little sense. I mean, it made sense to me. Waiting. Can you do the same analysis on UJ? Yeah, sure, let's do UJ. UJ is ranging. Yeah, man, UJ is ranging. Okay, let's take a look at it on the 4-hour here. So you have resistance right over here, and you have some sort of a dirty support. The dirty support down over here. It's so messy, so retarded, so hard.
That whole chart looks horrible.
Horrible, so fucked.
Like, you know? What can you do in this? Okay, you changed the chart. Like,
yeah.
Like
barcodes. Yeah, even this area, man, so horrible. Like, look at this 4 hour. I mean, if you look on the 1 hour, yeah, you could say if it breaks this resistance, then you can have a safe trade. How far is the next range here? Oh, 15 pips, and that's also an extreme range. That's the top of the wick fill. You know, so there's not many pips here to give.
15 pips, that's like getting there next week.
Yeah. Man, gold farts more pips than that.
One candle, one minute candle probably move about 10 pips.
Okay, real traders don't make YouTube videos. They also trade. I believe you're silly selling some. What the fuck? Is this guy retarded? Real traders trade. If there's no trade, where? Let's understand.
Obviously, you're not a real trader.
Yeah,
Saying something stupid like that.
free GDS is going in timeout.
Boot him. Kick that fool, man.
Yeah, man, block him.
That's the idiot. Real traders trade.
Real traders trade. Stupid. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Real traders trade. Okay, guys, let's trade. 3.
So basically, what you're saying is real people just throw money on the floor and walk away, right?
Yeah, of course. Are you ready? Get set. Go. Trade.
It's just so, people are so ignorant. Like, if you don't like what's going on here, just leave. Like, you're not obligated to stay here. Like, I would say 90% of the people here don't leverage this channel effectively anyways. I mean, they sit here and they just make random comments, or they post a chart and then they post the same chart over and over again. So, I mean, that's not my fault. Like, if I was here learning, I'd be asking questions as much as I could related to my own personal trading. I wouldn't be sitting here going, hey guys, what's up? What's going on? Like, I wouldn't be making friends with people. I'd just be working. It just doesn't make sense to me. I think there's more benefit just actually trying to do stuff.
Oriented.
Yeah. Just, like, look at USD CAD. It says specifically on the upper right, please do not say look at this or look at that. It's like, just, no attention to detail, and then they wonder why they fail.
Yep.
Yeah, please post the chart. Why don't you trade in high time frame? Well, we do trade in high. The whole concept of higher time frames is to identify targets. That's basically it. You're just identifying targets, because if we look on gold weekly, you know, this could be a nice target here, 1517, 1520, with momentum, bad NFP, and cutting the rates. Target could easily be 1530. So now you have a high time frame target, but then you're going to play it out on the smaller time frames, right? That plays out from the small time frames.
Raj, was my mic any better now? Yay.
Oh yeah, a lot better, Chris.
Yes, man. Yeah,
Shit's clear.
that's good. Well, I shoved that USB beast thing in without any, without no lube, man. Bent some shit. That's better. Thank you.
You had to lube it up?
No. I probably should have. A bit early, I just shoved it straight in, that was it. Bent everything, game over.
You gotta be gentle with those things, you know?
Yeah, man. Actually, the little bit out the back fell out.
and I'll just put it in without looking, and then I'll just look to the back of it and say, oh man, all the pins are like pushed.
Yeah, you can't just go shoving it in anything, you know.
Raja, is market open price for the day always a potential point for either support or resistance? Just with that, you said on GJ, please explain. I don't know. Oh, yeah, well, the way I look at market open, market closes is, you're right, like a strong support or resistance. That's absolutely right. So if you're looking at GJ, let's take a look at GJ from this point. If you look at on the daily candle started down here, around 139, let's say 280, you know, and if price breaks, if the daily candle has to go bearish, and once it crosses 139, 280, it's going to go bearish and down to this wick. But then you start to look at the small time frames, and we see that this was the market open down here, 139, 280, and it would make sense that if price crosses this area, which is also support, then it's going to go down to this support, you know, and then you would say, oh look, the daily candle is flipping bearish, and then that could be a good trade. So that's why we're waiting for support. Yeah, swing trading was pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie, swing trading is really hard. I mean, if there are any swing traders here and you go and your stops are being hit most of the time, you will see that you will actually go in profits. You will actually go in like 15 to 20 pip profits, and then your stops get hit. So then now you got to see that, okay, if you're going in profits, let's say 70 to 80% of the time, even if it's like a small scalp profits, you have the opportunity to secure those profits 100% of the time. Does this make sense? Because if you're going in small profits 70 to 80% of the time, you can secure those profits 100% of the time, and then leave a runner to see if it does go in a big swing trade. And what you're going to find is your winning percentage is going to go higher because now you're securing profits. In 2020 Olympics, JPY is going to go bearish. Yeah. I think when you have a trading plan, you need to start plotting out charts, because the more you do chart work, the more you plot out charts, analyze charts, plot out candles, the better you're going to get at it. Because essentially all what you're doing is you're mapping out candles. You're seeing, okay, you know, if the next 30-minute candle goes a certain way, that's going to be my opportunity to make some, you know, pips or some profits or some money or whatever. You know, so once you start to label out candles, you naturally start to get better at predicting moves. You know, but the worst thing you can do is to start looking at charts at random times. That just never works.
And the thing is, too, people aren't detailed in what they're doing. They just take trades and they just continue to take trades. Every single trade that you take, whether positive or negative, you have to write down specific things related to it so that you can follow that again to see if it was accurate, or it's an element that's consistent for your plan, or it's not. A a lot of people here are just saying, I journal my trades, I do this, but you're not talking about what you've journaled. You haven't talked about, okay, I've noticed over the last 5 trades, I keep hitting my stop loss. So I've gone back and I've looked at like 3 or 4 time frames, and I realized I was trading within a range, or I was trading in a zone. I have to wait for those zones to break out. People aren't doing that legwork to understand it. They're just taking a trade and they're saying, well, my stop loss keeps getting hit. That's like going to your mechanic and saying, well, my car's making a sound, right? Think about it logically. If you go to your mechanic right now and you bring your car into the car dealership or the service center or your mechanic and say, my car's making a weird sound, the mechanic's not going to say, okay, great, leave it with me, I'll fix it. They're going to turn around and say, hey, what kind of sound is it making? Can you describe it? When is it making this sound? How long has it been making this sound? When was the last time you had your car serviced? You know, they're going to go through a whole checklist of information, and they're just not going to say, okay, great, I'll just fix it for you. That's what you have to be doing with trading. And I think a lot of people don't understand that concept of constant refinement. It's the same thing when you go to the gym. You know, if you have long arms, you probably can't do heavier weights compared to someone who has shorter arms, because you have levers, right? So it's a little bit more stressful on your arms to lift. Like, I know I have longer arms, so it's stressful for me to lift weight. But you know what? There's other exercises I can do that will relieve that stress, but will still give me the same benefit. You know? And that's what people have to learn, is when you are doing trading and when you are actually executing, you have to look at all the elements that you executed on. The times that you lose a trade, you will find that there is a specific reason. There is always a reason. There's never going to be a trade that you're going to take if you don't do the diagnosis and say, oh, I don't know why I lost. Your stop loss gets hit for a reason. It's up to you as a trader to refine and understand why that stop loss was hit. And if your stop loss was hit and you don't know why, that's where you come to this stream and you say, hey, here is my trading journal. I had 3 time frames that I did analysis on, or 4 time frames I did analysis on, and I would like you to show me something that I don't necessarily see. And I will give you my diagnosis of how I took the trade and what I was doing. And I think if you did that, you will find that you will improve a lot faster. People just constantly post charts and arrows and I'm going to take a trade above here or do this. Show the result and provide that idea. You can copy and paste a file into a URL or a screenshot into like a URL page and post it, and we can see it here. And I think you need to start doing that more often, because the more interactive you are with your trading results, the better off you're going to be when it comes to actually executing again. Because if you keep losing trades and you keep trading more, you're not going to just suddenly start winning trades. So think about that for a second. If you've lost trades for the last 2 weeks, taking a trade today or tomorrow is not going to solve that problem. You have to understand why you are losing those trades so that you can then correct things going forward. And if you're not doing what they call a 360 feedback loop, where it's like, I take a trade, I lost, I review with someone who can probably help me understand why I lost, and then take another trade, you're going to be in the same cycle over and over again. So take advantage of these sessions to show previous trades that you took so that we can potentially look at them and say, oh, looking left, you were at a major support, or looking left, you were in a range, or, you were trading on the daily close, which would be a pullback, things like that. And it's going to help you that way. And I think a lot of people are not effectively using the tools that they have. They're just coming every day and posting a chart. And it's like, that's just one element of trading. Posting a chart or posting analysis is one element. It's actually going back and refining what you were doing is going to be the bigger benefit at that point. And you have to get used to that. This is hard work. But as you get used to doing certain things over and over again, it becomes a lot easier and a lot quicker because you'll start making less mistakes. So there's less things to refine and there's less things to journal, right? You know that, hey, I don't have to journal my trading time anymore because my trading time is always New York session or my trading time is always London session. I don't have to journal the pair anymore because it's always one pair. I don't have to journal the time frames anymore because it's always the same time frame, right? So, you know, if you start working on that aspect, you'll find that it becomes a little bit easier for yourself.
So we're still arranging? Oh, something's happening here. You mentioned momentum a lot. Can you elaborate what you mean by momentum? Yeah, momentum is just, you know, when there's a lot of volume in the market. I think you have to read through babypips.com on what momentum actually means. Ted is more generous in answering questions. Alright, what's this? Overall bullish overview on daily charts.
Oh, that's for everyone else. I showed you that last night. You can talk about it if you want, but
yeah,
I just wondered if anyone else had different opinions.
Yeah, you know, like if we hold 139, then it's a bullish bias, and that's going to be relief for GBP, which would make sense.
Gold is down.
Yeah, gold should continue dropping in this next 15 minutes too. So we were talking about early in the morning. Seemed like this move up could have been a fake out to go up.
Watching the 30-minute on GJ right now. Seems to be tapping into a zone. So we might find that there might be an opportunity for a buy above 139, like 600.
Watching patiently.
Yeah, just because there's it's holding major support in that area on the 30-minute. If you look across,
yeah,
it's just bouncing back into those zones. So I mean, we said it before, and it's smashed right through. But
the only thing I'm worried about at the minute, Ted, is the how the weekly is.
Yeah,
it needs to. I personally think it needs to have more of a wick at the bottom, but it's the only thing that puts me off right now. I mean, if we're only aiming small target, then yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Jamaa tambak saying Yeah.
Martin! Martin.
Mute yourself.
What's your view on the daily candle on gold on Friday with that long wick? Yeah, so when you look at gold here on Friday, ooh, gold actually did come down here. That's just it's rejecting 1506. Went all the way in the zone and then rejected it.
Yep.
Do you still have that buy stop on GJ? Yes. Yes, I do. It's still there. So Greg said we trade candles. What else? What else do you do? What else are we supposed to trade?
Camels.
Like, Greg is not the Instagram troll. I know that for sure. This is some new YouTube troll thing. You know, these guys are trading candles. I don't even know what new conspiracy that is.
Probably talking about trade and order flow.
Yeah, I just don't understand order flow. So.
But you can't trade order flow on in Forex. Like, there's no way to see it.
I don't know. I just find people waste so much time in their lives bothering other people. I could never do that, even if when I wasn't successful and I had nothing. I just didn't have time to go and do stuff like that. It just never made sense to me. Could you imagine, like, this is what you're doing? You wake up at whatever time, so it's like maybe 7 o'clock or whatever time, and then you just go find a random YouTube channel and then you just start talking on it, and like just for the sake of hearing your own voice.
Yeah.
Like, that's, I mean, it's just really scary, actually. Like, when you think about it, like that's what you decided to do today. You know? I mean, it's all good. People have their motives, and you know, maybe that's what they want to do. I'm not gonna stop them. Yeah, I mean, if that's cool. That maybe they're super rich and they just have nothing better to do except to go on YouTube channels.
Must be it. Must be it.
I don't know. I just feel like if you want to better yourself, I wouldn't even be hanging out. I would just be doing my own work. But.
Can you imagine me saying, "Hey guys, I'm gonna shut down the stream. I gotta go troll some people."
Yeah.
Right. Troll.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just funny. I mean, it's just when you think about what people are do, and the time that they waste, it doesn't make sense to me. I guess I just feel my time is more valuable than wasting it on other people.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's not as if it's just 5 minutes, it's like hours.
Yeah, no, like, it's just, I couldn't do that. Like, I'm so busy and I've got so many different things to do when I want to do them. Like, I couldn't do that. I couldn't just say, hey, I'm going to waste my time. Like, and I don't even know who I'm talking to. I'm just going to scream at them and like, I mean, that's literally what it comes down to. It's like 90% of the people on these streams I will never meet, and that's not why. It's not because it's just because of location, because of timing. It's not because I wouldn't want to meet people, but it's like 90% of people I would never meet. So like, why would I even waste my time trying to insult them or be negative? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, that's just me, I guess.
No, dude, it's not. We're going to get to that. It's the whole generation thing again.
Yeah, gold is about to break down. Once it crosses 1503, head over to
pretty strong level.
Yeah, head over to 1500.
Are you still in that, Ted?
No, I got stopped out on Friday.
What a surprise.
Yeah. I mean, it was in this area anyways, so you can see where it's ranging.
Yeah.
I'm looking at GJ buys right now. Hopefully I get something from there because there's the 30-minute candles now starting to break.
Yeah. I mean, if that 4 hour.
Do you know about a CFA program? What are your thoughts on the program? Yeah, it's a 3-year program. Each test is 3 hours long. Usually the level 1 sitting is more often than level 2 and level 3. And for level 3, I think you also need to have sponsorship from an institution, or you have to have a letter written at the end of your CFA so that you're officially a chartered member. But yeah, if you want to do your CFA, enjoy. A CFA now is a dime a dozen. Many people do combinations. They do CFA MBA. So if you're in school right now and you're looking to do your CFA, do a CFA MBA combination. That's probably your best bet. You can knock it off in 2 years. And you also need experience. That's true. That's, I think, where the letter comes in as well. You have to be good standing in your institution.
That's a good question.
It's fun. Like a university for traders? No. CFA basically gives you knowledge about the finance market. It's not necessarily trading. It's more of like a corporate finance, things of that nature. If you were looking to get into corporate finance, do investment banking, or do like transaction advisory work, things like that. Yeah, the CFA, it's fun. I mean, you can technically, I think it's $3,000 a test, and you can technically go online, and there's study groups, there's free information where you can probably grab all the materials and study it, and then write the test at that point. So. But the level 1 test is pretty straightforward. It's all equation work. When you get to level 2, it gets a little bit more difficult because they do a lot more theory questions where you have to actually explain your answers. And then level 3 is like just, I think, all theory or something like that. But you learn all different types of markets. You learn all different types of analysis, information, bond yields, things like that, like all the different, like it's a very, very busy course. So if you're writing it right now, I commend you. I never did it. I should have done it as soon as I graduated finance, I should have started. A couple of my buddies did that when we graduated. Back in 2003, when we graduated, they did the CFA right away, and I was like, oh, I'll put it off. I want to go get a job first. I never did it. So. I should have done it when I graduated school, when my brain was still fresh.
You take short in gold. No.
This is the reason why I don't talk about correlations. Hey, Uncle Ted, if pre-market NASDAQ, S&P are positive, usually gold will go down. Not necessarily. And that's why I don't like to talk about those correlations so much, because it's not always correlated. You have to look at the overall trend, and then that will usually just help the trend for the most part. So if in this case right now, if we have a positive open coming for the New York session, the New York Stock Exchange, and gold is dropping, that could help gold drop, yes. But you have to be very careful with those correlations. And the amount of positivity in the futures market also will have a bearing on how much that actually affects gold. So if it's like a super positive or super negative opening, yes, you'll see the effect. But if it's just good or bad, then you will you might not see anything. So you have to be very careful with those correlations. The sudden downfall of movement on gold Friday was because of the breaking news on China. Yep. So like today is a big S&P news hit record high. It may push gold prices down, perhaps. I don't know how the S&P hit a record high today when the market hasn't opened yet. But I mean, if that's what you believe will happen, yeah.
He's looking at the pre-market info.
Yeah, people are trying to peg it and figure out a formula so that they can trade, and every time something's up they can sell, and every time something's down they can buy. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, nice idea, but no.
Exactly.
GJ is still raging.
Yeah, don't get suckered into those ideas that it's just going to happen that way.
You're not going to solve it like that.
So seismic waves, what you need to do is ask yourself that question out loud and say it really slow. When is the snap election? So what's the definition of a snap election? Something that happens very quickly, unexpectedly, right? Like a snap quiz or a pop quiz. It just usually just happens. So when you ask when is the snap election, nobody would be able to know that unless only the people calling the snap election. So just keep that in mind when you ask those questions. Guy is wasting so much time.
It's coming back with different names, or is that?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I didn't recognise that one.
Yeah, it just keeps coming back. This doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know.
Well, you know, keep them happy somehow. Must be something.
How can I see the open trades? Well, when there are trades to be taken, they will be announced. But right now, there are no open trades. Morning, guys. I just came here. Is there any buy on gold? So, Pablo, you just came here. maybe you can sit here and wait a couple minutes and then go wait to see what is happening right now and then ask those questions. Because it seems to be very scary that that's what you're asking. It's almost like you feel like you're missing out on something. And if you feel like you're missing out on something, then you have to either adjust your timing to come to the stream because it starts at 6:30, or wait to see how everything else is working. Do you only trade price action without any indicator? What you see on the charts is on the screen is what you get.
Gold.
Oh, I've seen it, yeah.
Wow.
It's some tears right now.
Yeah, GJ has held support pretty good.
Yep.
Ted has an answer for everything. Well, yeah, if you ask me a question, I'll give you an answer. Ted has been the most patient we've seen in a while. No, it just depends on how many times we get asked the same question. Today's been pretty quiet. Ted is stressed. No. I wish I was. Stressed. How can I stay calm with all these questions? Well, I realize everybody starts somewhere.
Remember what you did at the weekend.
Uncle Ted, are you scared of trading? No. No. It's hard to be scared of something that really it's not gonna hurt you like physically. It's like going through a haunted house. Like, you know you're not gonna get hurt. It's scary because you don't know what's happening in there, but you know they're not gonna hurt you. Like, you just have to walk through it.
Yeah.
You just have to walk through it.
Same as when you're watching a film, you know someone's going to jump
Yeah.
up, you jump, and
Exactly.
you know, oh, the obstacle's jump. Oh, you still jump.
Yeah, you still jump. It's still fun.
To be fair, I'm not keen on them haunted houses when they have like, you know, when they have like real people in it. I like that.
Man, I saw this picture of a disclosure for a haunted house somewhere in the States. That's it's like you may get hooked in the mouth that causes skin tearing and blah 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 blah, and yeah, like we're not liable for what happens. And
That's I know what you're talking about. Waterboarding is not part of a haunted house. That's crazy.
dude, it's nuts. It's nuts. I don't know who would sign that. Like, I don't know.
For $20,000. No one ever went through it for 10.
Ooh.
And they have a waiting list of people who wants to try it.
Oh, look at this. EJ is about to continue heading up here. This is the NY Open. This is 15-minute ranging. It's about to break the high. If it breaks the high of the previous 15 minute, it's could be continued push towards 120, 750. Creating some sort of support here. How to handle bigger lot sizes? My emotions start to kick in, and I do have a problem with that. Any advice? Maybe don't use higher lot sizes. Thanks guys, joined a few minutes ago while you were advising about CFA and other part of combination force. What was the second part? FP or FP? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, GJ is about to break up higher here too.
Yeah, I'm watching that.
GJ is going to go to 139, 730 here. Pretty soon, mate. EU giving Brexit extension on the pound seems to be positive. Yeah, if they give extension, that means relief for the pound, and that's going to push pound up further. That would make sense. And then you can say that, okay, well, maybe if 1 hour is creating a support down here below, let's say 139.450, you know, then you have a plausible confirmation that we should continue moving up here, up to this range, and then eventually break out. This breakout would be legendary because you have all this move.
That's where I'm aiming.
Oh, there goes EJ. EJ is moving. EJ is on its way. On its way up. Oh, someone's in buys. Nice. How much GJ has to travel? GJ has to travel 15 more pips. See this candle here to the left? Clean candle, so there's a high chance that it can continue up once it, you know, but now the condition is it needs to stay above 139.500. Let's say, yeah, 139.500. This is the low of the current 30-minute candle. It has broken the high of the previous candle, so this makes it even more higher probability for it to continue moving up. Oh, it's moving. What?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Gonna take DJ 2 only if it sets up. Ain't no doubt about that. Okay. EJ is moving up here. I don't think it's a buy. Well, that's yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Cause yeah, if it's gold. Yeah, gold is at that major support. This breaks, gold's dropping down to 1501, 1500.
Come on, GJ. Let's go.
GJ, come on, bitch. Let's go. 139, even 700 would be a 5 more pips, 7 more pips. Hey Alex, that 1 second is all you need for high frequency trading.
GJ ran pretty well.
Yeah.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Hello.
Morning, dude.
Oh, someone said, wait, look at my chart. Okay.
Guys, y'all have fun without me in Toronto this weekend. That's messed up. So messed up.
Yeah, we had fun. It was okay. It was good.
Hey, Rakeel, did you have fun in Miami for real though?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Would you come back?
Yeah.
Yay!
Missing Rakeel, Alex.
Yeah, he's missing me now. Blowing me kisses there on the phone.
What are we looking at today, Coach? Not a goddamn thing, eh?
No, the only thing is, I mean, GJ is moving up here.
Yeah, I saw that.
And just like range.
I'm so sick of Brexit, bro. Seriously.
Yeah. Do you incorporate major trend lines and channels in your analysis, for example, in today's gold bias? Nope. No trend lines, no channels, just simple supply.
Price action, baby.
Yeah, price action, support, resistance. What you see on the chart is what I use, honestly. If people think there's some secret stuff I'm not showing, it's just no. It's just all what I do.
The only secret stuff is the rocket ship indicator.
Yeah.
Yeah, the magic candles, man.
At one point this price was bullish and would have triggered my buy stop and hit my sell stop. Is there anything I should be aware of? Was anything wrong with this trade idea? Nope, there's nothing wrong. It's just the way market moves, you know? Because when you place a buy stop, you should also understand it can hit your stop loss, and then you should be happy with what you lose. That's the thing. You should be happy with what you lose because you're trading your plan.
I think you'd be content. Nobody's really happy with loss, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like when my stop loss gets hit, I'm okay with it. I'm like, okay, no problem.
You're not like, yeah, I lost. Okay, cool.
Well, I get happy when the stop loss hits and I only lose $30 compared to like 150, so that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
When I close, I'm like happy I closed as a loss like early, you know.
Yeah, I see you close your losses before it hits stop loss. That you must feel like good about that.
I feel amazing about that.
Stop loss. You didn't technically lose.
Yeah, that's the same as hitting take profit. Yes, I closed early. Look at this 15-minute candle now. The previous one closed like a big erection, so this one should continue moving bullish.
Yeah, it's probably just creating a wick right now, most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could go now. It would be nice. Start the week with a win.
I mean, it would only be right.
But we're not real traders, though, are we?
No, we're not. We're just a bunch of guys that just look at candlesticks and barcodes.
Look at this 15-minute now. Even on EJ, this 15-minute should stay above the low of the previous 15-minute and continue moving bullish if it's going bullish. So that's where your stops come in. Did guys trade get triggered? 10. No, I'm in no trades, nothing. I haven't taken 0 trades.
Who's humming some music? Because I'll do that all day.
Somebody's taking buys.
Nah, man, I'm moving stop loss. That's good. It's good. Come on, let's go.
Lately, the markets have been moving trash.
Yeah, man. This morning for me here has been awful. There's nothing been, not a lot to do at all, apart from just now. It's such a busy week as well.
Gold is dropping again.
Well, Gigi's pushing up here.
Also, I did you jump in at all? Anyone?
Gold is dropping.
Yep.
I look for gold seemed to be the cleaner move for the downside, and obviously by the look of it, it's going to fill that wick on gold. I'm pretty sure you guys already knew that, though. So,
yeah. Yep, it's going, and Gigi is going.
Yeah, Gigi is good.
Gigi is good.
Yep.
One quick push up to 139,700. Come on. Come on, push.
News, come on.
Yeah, pop.
Can you please explain what's going on the chart? Well, so far we're heading up. 4 more minutes left for this candle to close, the 30-minute candle.
A nice push, that'd be good.
Buy stops still, no, removed my buy stops. I took 0 trades today.
I'm gonna make one pick whatever happens today, so that's good.
Yeah, Gigi is about to take a dive over here and make a nose dive. Oh, gold.
I I was just saying, don't say that.
Yeah,
It's like, dude, no.
Damn, UCAD moved 30 pips in London. London Open.
Silence.
I'm concentrating.
Of the lambs.
Meditation. Are you guys praying for the Bush or something?
Bush? Like George Bush?
No, for the Bush, I mean in GJ.
Oh, I don't know. I don't do GJ.
You do GCAD, right?
Yes, sir.
Push up just a little bit. Thank you.
You are in GJ Longs.
Yeah, I've been for a little while.
Based on the
Here you go.
News was a dud.
Was a dud.
See now the 15-minute on GJ. Closing nice.
Yeah,
bullish.
do look good.
Yep. Even a 30-minute here. 15-minute making higher highs, higher lows. So now.
Yeah, the minute was perfect, man.
I want GJ.
Oof. That's a nice roller coaster going down on gold. This one flips bearish, going down. Here you go. Oh, nice. Danny won today. Danny is finally in profits. Danny.
Round of applause.
Man, I'm so happy for Danny now.
1 out of 10 is not bad.
Yeah, Danny has made $500 so far. Perfect.
The crazy part is,
Yeah.
the last trade he was up like $600.
Yeah, he was up a lot.
Oh man. Danny has balls.
Dude was sleeping, man. Dude had his account, no stop loss, no TP, sleeping.
Sleeping.
He'll be popping bottles this weekend.
What's this? Your JPY 30-minute. 1 crosses should go up at least 2. Yep.
What up, Kevon?
This makes sense.
What's going on, Alex?
But since the way the new 30-minute has started, look, it's about to break the low of the previous one. So this just destroys the buying analysis now. So these are little things that I look at to close early. 15-minute, I was expecting this to close bullish, but it closed bearish. So this means that buying analysis is still in ranging. And slowly it's going to get destroyed.
I have a funny feeling GBP is going to be bearish for New York.
Well, so far gold is running good. This 15-minute,
gold.
yeah, it has flipped bearish.
Are you in sales, Coach?
Yes.
Nice, Coach. Nice. I see you did. I see you did what the gold god Jeevan said, Coach.
Bro, is this web? Question mark. What web?
Yeah.
I'm bearish for GJ and GU since London Open. Nice. I think on the 1 hour time frame it's still ranging. There is no selling confirmation, there is no buying confirmation. If someone says, oh yeah, they were buying earlier, well yes, dummy, because if you look at the smaller time frames, of course you had buying opportunities, but when you're looking at it from a macro perspective, this is a range right here.
Yeah, I took one on the 5 minutes to be fair.
Yeah. This is range here. Got stopped out for GJ at break even. See ya, Raja. Oh, nice. See ya.
GJ could just spin out, that'd be great. Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Someone got GJ buys. Very nice. Very nice.
Alex P, GBP wasn't bearish for London, fam. That shit was bullish as hell. I see it bearish for New York, though.
Can you explain why you decided to enter gold? Yeah, because gold, I mean, as we discussed, if it breaks the support, it's going to continue down till, 1501, 1500. So that's the small play we're going off of. Because now you see the 1 hour broke up over here 1505 this morning, and then broke below 1503, and now, like if it starts to push down, it could continue down till here. But at the same time, you have this supports created here as well at 1502 previously, so you got to keep that in mind as well. So if you're in sells on gold, I would say be careful of this area, because this candle might reject this area and close above, so you might go in a little bit of a drawdown. So you got to keep that in mind. Put stops at break even.
But Mateo, you entered without confirmation, right? On the retest.
Yes.
So you entered here on this candle.
Yes. Exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly. Because the previous one closed below.
Yeah. Yeah, but it could be a fake out. You never know.
Well, if it's a fake out, then it's gonna happen a fake out, Well, yeah, but you can't anticipate something that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Go by what you see.
Yeah. I had it like 1503 stops are at break even, so it doesn't really matter at this point.
Close plum already?
No, just stops at break even.
Cool.
They have the nerve to name this Wicks Don't Lie sponsored by Market Fluidity. Oh no, actually it's sponsored by YouTube because YouTube pays me for the streams. YouTube pays me to live stream, so it's sponsored by YouTube. Analysis was wrong. Oh. GJ hopefully is just breathing. Well, let's take a look here. On 15 minute, GJ reached some sort of a resistance here, almost at 139.700, and then it broke the low of the previous 15 minute. When it breaks the low of the previous 15 minute and you're in buys and you're like, oh, I hope it's just retesting, that's a wrong analysis right there, the moment you say I hope. Because now when we look on the 30 minute is rejecting the same area it rejected previously.
Coach, ever since you said that, I've always, that was one of my, faults. But ever since you started saying that, and you've always done it with your trades, I started doing it, and I've cut my losses short, man. That's so awesome. I never used to do... I used to be one of those people, if price went below the previous lower low or whatever,
yeah,
I'd be like, oh, it's going to come back up. It's just hanging out. Nah, it goes further down. But now, ever since you told me I do that, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's so easy to do when you start off.
Yeah, Alex, I do the same thing now, man. It actually helps for entries too. When you're looking for entries, wait a little longer for the confirmation, the break of the previous candle high or low.
Yeah.
Gives you a little bit more confirmation and gives you better entries too.
Yeah, if you look on EJ here, EJ was buys up until this bullish candle, but when the next one closed bearish, I was like, yeah, it might not be a buy anymore because you wanted this to go bullish, but it closed bearish.
Gold is dropping.
Yep.
It's dropping hard.
Just as expected.
And coach, judging from that current candle on EJ, you were right for getting out, meaning saying it's not a buy anymore.
Yeah. Hey Raja, you guys don't trade using divergence? No. Look at that. This gold was just analyzed based on pure price action. That's it.
Divergence there.
Yeah.
That's a good shout.
Yeah, so see the 15-minute flip bearish, just as we talked about, and look, it dropped at least 10-11 pips. So when someone says, "Oh, how could I have entered?" Entries are just based on if you're willing to take the risk. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at that drop.
Yeah, gold's picking up some steam.
Yeah, Yuja is heading up over here too, towards resistance.
I missed the gold short. I'm in an oil long.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Man, when gold moves like this, I get like, man, I should trade gold. But when gold gives you those nasty everyday candles of wicks on both sides, then I'd be like, damn, I'm glad I don't trade gold. You know. Right now it's dropping nice, you know.
GJ. I was so close to getting stopped out of break even.
Ooh, pulled.
It's just turned. I was going to close it, but I thought, you know what, I'm only at half risk today. It's Monday. I'm going to leave it. If I make one pip, I'll make one pip. But it's turned.
That rejection looks like last kiss kind of trade, isn't it? Oh, which one? Oh, the reason why gold dropped further was because Nicole closed her trade. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Look at that drop.
Lucky girl.
Damn.
Yeah, whenever she closes her trade, just go full margin because it drops 20 more pips.
That's lucky, man.
Wow, this thing was just excellent trade over here. I closed early, but fuck, look at that drop. God damn.
Yeah, I closed earlier too. And that's okay.
Those are the best trades, man. You don't have to wait. It just goes right to profit.
Wow, look at that.
Pull it out and walk away.
This was the trade of the day here today.
Oh, hell yeah.
30 pips drop.
Yeah, it's a great shout. I'm quite happy with my GJ right now.
GJ.
It's turned proper.
Yeah.
In the range.
I'd say it's busting out. That's going 850.
Yeah. Gold moved 30 pips. UJ moved 5 pips. Beautiful. God damn. I think people swing trade UJ, so they think that scalping can't be done because they try to scalp on UJ.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, it's really tough.
I'll tell you.
Yeah. So
What's the target on GJ?
What's the target on GJ?
Yeah.
Do you have a trading plan?
No, I mean the other guy that.
Oh, my personal target was 700 to start with, so I've closed half. My next one was 850.
Oh, you're hoping for a break then?
Personally, yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'd like to see it, but I mean, I've already banked half, so
Yeah, that week, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I've been monitoring it on 4 hours, to be fair, so. And then I entered on 5 minutes for that last one.
My bad, BPK.
No problem.
Yeah.
Who's eating Captain Crunch on the mic?
Captain Crunch.
I unintentionally activated my roasting mode by asking you trading plan.
That's an automatic response.
Do you have a trading plan?
What is your plan? Right.
Did you take buy in GJ? No, I did. I only had a sell on gold. No buys on GJ. Take that nonsense off the screen, dude. You ain't trading. Are you? Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore this stuff.
Looks like GJ's gonna break that resistance, coach.
Yeah,
Come
setting
on.
up here.
That's what we want.
Yes.
Next
I mean, it got that nasty wick to the bottom. That's liquidity forming there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe with the, I don't know.
No, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm actually, I was aiming for the zone to the left when I just chat. Oh, it's gone now.
The highlight of the day is going to be gold sells today.
Watch another wick fill on gold form.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
That'd be nice. Yeah, off that zone.
Because it's retesting that support or that zone right now.
Yeah.
Now, as we speak, watch that rocket up back to the other zone.
Yeah, gold does that a lot, man. Yeah, boy. Hey. Well, after waiting all morning, I didn't think that was going to happen.
Ooh, GJ tapped into 139.750.
Yeah. What's
Oh.
I had a buy stop at 139.800, but I'm not gonna. I removed it.
There's a lot of pips up to 144. You got a long time yet.
Oh, what's this? Nice watching winning trades. On almost 1 month breaking of trading because of not being disciplined. Still love catching live streams.
Cool.
Oh. Is this live AM on GMT time zone? Yes, we are live right now.
We are from the future.
Yeah, broke support, sell stop, TP, runner closed. Come on,
Chill,
Alex.
Sarah counter.
Alex, you gotta start taking those trades, man. Oh, you took it. Nice. Beautiful.
That's good work, bro.
It's good work, Alex.
Yeah, man.
Yo, man, you gotta stop chirping about your confidence, man. Yo, that, like, I mean, I know everybody's different, but you're a good, you're getting better. I think your confidence should be better, too.
How can you go to what? Ooh, wow. Who called that wick fill over there?
EJ's flipped bullish. It's fine.
Damn.
I think Alex called that wick though.
Yeah.
GJ's
flying back too.
Yeah.
Oh, you just flew.
It did the wick fill I said? Oh, no.
You just.
Yeah. Oh.
Here comes
Man,
the
UJ's
down.
Yeah, gold hit.
Gold is dropping hard.
As you said, Alex.
Yes. But I don't trade it, so it was for nothing.
Wow, once GJ goes above this area and closes, there's a very, very, very high probability we're heading back to 140.
Yeah. 850 first. Yeah. And then 140.
Wow.
Look at that sell off on gold. Holy.
Holy. GJ reached target up there. UJ is also almost on that level now. Oh, Trump is talking about the trade deal.
Where, on Twitter?
I don't know, someone said it in the chat.
Let's see.
We are looking to be ahead of schedule to sign phase 1 of US-China deal.
Oh, yeah. I'll see.
Wow, gold is breaking all kinds of levels.
Did anybody see the press conference after they killed that ISIS leader? Did anybody watch his speech?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the highlights.
Man, they didn't kill them. He killed himself.
When he wakes up,
I committed suicide.
when he wakes up, he's gonna tweet about him killing them.
Yeah.
Trump is money, man.
Yeah, the dude, he did.
Dude committed suicide. They didn't
Yeah.
kill him.
I thought he killed himself, didn't he? Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, did he kill him? Come on, let's word it right.
Hey, whatever, man. In his speech, he's like, we killed him.
Yeah.
He ran into a dead-end tunnel, crying.
Crying. We killed him like a dog.
Yeah. That's what he said, wasn't it?
Yeah, he died like a dog.
Like anybody in the tunnel either had to surrender or they got killed. It's like, oh, this guy's such a savage.
Man, Trump just dramatizes the whole situation.
Yeah. You know, you gotta add a little momentum to the story.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to sound like he's a box, doesn't he?
Wow, this UJ was gold a 40 pip drop.
Yeah, gold was a good trade.
Damn.
Coach, do you still have your runner or you closed it?
No, I closed way early.
I got buys in on gold.
That's what's up. Catch that exhaustion. Bye.
Yeah. But these I'm actually gonna hold. I got a couple. I'm gonna try to swing this position right here.
Damn, Iron Man.
You see how GJ reacted off your zone, Roger? Pretty good.
Yeah. GJ tapped that zone. Do you trade bigger accounts to trade gold? No, you can't. You can trade gold on any account. $100 account, $10 account, $2 account. All you need is some leverage, basically. Man, some guy on YouTube is really pissed off because we trade based on candles.
Yeah.
Shit. Wow, sorry, man.
How else you're supposed to trade? Like levels or something?
Yeah, like I mean, if there's some other way to trade, I asked him to, hey, just come on the mic and let's just have a discussion, and he's like, no, I don't want to come on the mic.
Yeah, we'll send a chat and explain.
Yeah, so like, cause like we're having a educational stream, you know, this is for education. Maybe we can learn something from him, but I guess
everyone's got different opinions, haven't we?
Yeah.
Man, but he's probably one of those type, like, it could be a beautiful day, the birds singing, he'll be like, the birds are loud. The sun is
sun is too bright.
Sun is too bright today. Fucking sun.
He just sees everything negative in life.
Yeah, that rain's too wet.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
A wanker.
Oh wow, look at this. Trump tweet just got it moving. Yeah, Trump's gonna tweet some more. Which is the best Forex broker for Americans? Alright, let's Google that question because I'm Canadian. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. No.
Alright, let's Google. First choice is CMC Markets. Then you have TD America Trade, Forex.com. Ooh, Lucas Copy. FXCM. Wow, you got whole sorts of... Oh, Saxo Trader. Never heard of all these traders here. Can US citizens trade Forex? It's no secret. Which broker should I use? Oh, look, Wanda. Wanda is really good. They are heavily regulated, though. Wanda is very heavily regulated. I use Trader's Domain and Vantage FX.
That's a lovely gold drop.
Yeah, gold was a nice trade.
That's a great shout, man.
Yeah, I didn't do much as I hoped to do at 340. Yeah.
Easy, patient all the way through.
Yeah.
Rush.
Oh, Danny made $1,000 today.
No.
Yeah, he made $1,000. Hope he keeps his profits.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm willing to bet $100 he's gonna open another trade.
We have to bet the time. That's what we got to do. We're going 3 o'clock. Oh no, would it be 2 now? 2 o'clock, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing to do after you make like $1 grand in a day, is to walk away.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I can't play golf or some shit.
Danny made.
Hard because you.
Wow.
Not hard to turn my laptop off.
This thing is still dropping. This cannot still be happening in 2019. Yeah, but okay, so if you don't like us to trade candles, what other way is there to trade? Give us solutions, not complaints. Gold might bounce at 14.97. I'm waiting buys. I don't know what confirmation there already was for those who bought already. Yeah, there was no confirmation. There's no confirmation for gold buys. None. 0 confirmations for gold buys. I think confirmations are going to come at like 14.95, 14.96.
Nicole, I bet you feel bad right now. Bless you.
My God, my Call of Duty's in one of those like 4,500 hour updates. Jesus Christ.
What?
Oh, dude, that's so annoying.
Well, that's why you buy a computer.
How is it? Alex is good?
Yeah, man, it's really good. The campaign, the graphics is really good, but I started playing multiplayer. It's dope, bro. It's really good.
Yeah, it's proper good.
Wow.
Like, I stopped playing Call of Duty, but this made me like it a little bit.
Gold is still dropping.
I like how it's more realistic now, man.
Yeah, none of that space stuff, man.
Yeah, none of that jetpack flying and good.
Jumping off walls and shit.
Yeah, I think they made those all space games just to make them more, like nice.
They were doing it while they were building this one, just to give something different to do.
I think more people hated those space maps and all that shit.
Yeah, it's bollocks, man. Jumping off maps and stuff and bouncing off of walls. Mate, real.
Is this Halo? Are you trying Halo?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's exactly how it was.
Like Quake, remember Quake?
Yep. I wasn't ever a massive fan of that. The only one I liked was like, what was it, Unreal Tournament? That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, they copied Quake back in the day, I remember.
Yeah, that's
Quake is dope. Quake. Woo.
Yeah, but this is all
This
gone
new
back.
COD reminds me of Battlefield 5.
Yeah, similar. Yeah, graphics are good, man. Real good.
Yeah, I agree. They did a good job with the maps. I really like the maps.
They had that 30-minute candle on gold. Whew.
That's mad. Nice one.
It just broke through that 30-minute, broke through 2 zones.
The only trade called today was gold. Oh, sells, not buys. Am I high right now? Gold sells. There's this new strain I tried. It's called OG Shark. Really heavy sativa, man. So nice. You don't get sleepy at all and nothing.
You tried what, coach? On you what?
OG Shark.
But what, weed?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, nice. So it's pure sativa, eh?
Yep. Are you owner of Market Fluidity? Yes, I'm the owner, and I came up with the concept of Market Fluidity. And this is not clickbait. This stream is for people who maybe, you know, who don't need mentorship, but who are on the verge of really, like, you know, like getting in profits when it comes in trading. This is to facilitate them. You know, this is also to show how important discipline is, and obviously we trade candlesticks, so when we trade candlesticks, you just tell us we're scammers, so that's okay.
He's not just the owner, he's also a client.
And I'm also a clown, too.
Don't say that, coach, you're not a clown.
No, we trade candles, man.
You're not real traders, ever. No.
Wait.
Good question.
Rakeel, man, we might need to change your name, man, from Wixno Light to AKA Coach.
No, you know what the guy said? He said, I want to speak to the owner of Market Fluidity.
I'm on the mic.
Yeah.
Step up.
This is awesome. Yeah, but I know, like, we need, like, the good thing about YouTube streams is we have people from all different domains. You know, people who don't like candlesticks, people who like candlesticks. Like, this is like a big community now.
Yeah, man. Everyone shares ideas. It helps everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are so against candlesticks. It's literally just a visual representation of price. Like if you're looking at like level 2 data, that's raw price. Like you're not seeing any visual representation other than the bid and ask. This is just a visual representation of that exact thing.
Yeah, and this.
Damn, dude, you sound just like Ted. I thought it was Ted Jr. I was like, I had to check the name, dude. I'm like, Ted is sick.
The annoying thing is doing it this way works too.
Yeah, he's right. It's a visual representation of price, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, this
absolutely right.
This was meant for retail traders, which is us. We don't get to see order flow or like, you know, like, or like volume analysis or like all that stuff. We don't see that. We can't see that. We need terminals to see that, to pay monthly fees. But this is, candlesticks are free. Man, my buddy used to trade in like started in 1996, and he would tell me that they would see the price at, let's say, 1 p.m. and they would write down that price.
Yeah, on paper.
Yeah, and then they would see where the next price would end, and that would be one candlestick. And then obviously if the price is gonna go above the open or below, so they would also see that, okay, so those were the ranges made. So they were manually creating candles for the first, 6-7 hours to try to trade the next time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, they had to chart it manually.
Yes.
That's crazy. I don't know what I was reading that in the paper somewhere. I was like, what? And some of those guys were profitable. I'm like, what?
Yeah, because they were waiting. They had no historical data. All they had was price.
Yeah, and their own personal work, which is just like a massive journal. I bet it's awesome to read through.
Yeah.
Man, and if they were successful doing that, they must be like millionaires using the candles.
They'd be bosses when they can see it in front of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how they used to trade in the pits, though, right? Like, all they would see would be price.
That's crazy, man.
Can't do his proper annoying.
What's the
I'm
time?
I'm trying to swing this position right here for 50 pips.
Oh wow.
How was it? Yeah.
Oh whoa. I did manual charts with MAs and pivot points. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to swing an oil position right now. I'm up 25 pips.
This is there.
Who's here? Gartek, are you here? No.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Perfect. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Let's see what else we can trade here. We can trade with Kagi. Oh, wow. Look at these charts here. God damn. This is the Kagi charts. Oh, we can only see the daily charts here in the Kagi charts. Let's take a look at baseline. I think this is the right way to trade, right over here.
Yeah, that's it. Let's just do that.
You see? Just like that. So once we go above this dotted line here, we can take buys because it's going to be in the green.
What kind of chart is that?
Bro, you don't know? Fuck.
Line chart.
Let's see what else.
Baseline. It was called baseline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got Henkayashi.
Yeah.
Let a top trader put that out and post it. I guarantee the whole Forex will be trading that way.
Oh, this is the way we should be
shit.
trading. Tic-tac-toe, bitches. This is it.
Let's change the game.
That's like, let me get.
What the fuck? That's like calling, though.
Tic-tac-toe.
What? That's crazy, bro.
PlayStation.
Who actually trades this? Seriously.
Some traders, man. You didn't know this?
I see, but like, I just dismissed it as nonsense.
Where's the wick? What's
This is the
That's mad.
Here's how you trade this. Here's how case.
But
every
every
10 hours
like bankrupt in the market. There's no wicks for him to say wicks don't
Oh,
know.
this is better. This is a whole lot better.
This is a whole lot better, right?
Slugs. It's a bunch of slugs.
No, those are the eyelashes women's wear. Fake lashes.
You got to draw lines in your league. What in the world? Nice, some messed up stuff.
Yeah, this makes much more sense here now.
I think, yeah, we should just draw lines in between them. I think that's how it works.
When price goes above the pink, oh, it turned red. This pink one.
Oh, well mixed up. What's that called?
This is called the range chart, I think. Range.
Ah.
Yeah. Alright, so we're waiting for this seahorse to go above the pink seahorse. See these seahorses forming?
It's a pregnant seahorse.
This seahorse is pregnant right now. It's gonna give a baby seahorse.
What color is it gonna be like?
Yeah, I wonder if it's another pink one.
Yeah,
pink or blue.
Pink or blue or green.
Pink or blue.
Man, that's messed up.
Oh. Oh! Seahorse gave a baby. It's a big one.
Nice. He dropped. That was big. That's it. Sell it. Sell it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over here.
No.
Let's go to
No, it's not sell it, it's aborted. Oh shit, it's fucked up.
Aborted.
Oh, I see. Okay. I want to look at the DJ chart now. Oh, it dropped a little bit.
Hey, what's this? Who else in here is with market fluidity faking like you a chatter? Yeah. Alright.
Was that even English? Like, what did you just say?
I don't know.
Okay.
Wow. Put into Google Translate.
You see, I don't like all this crap. This bush right here, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Why? What the hell? Yeah, I don't like it. That's why I rather wait for the price break out of here.
Above the snake.
Or
Yeah.
below here. Right.
Nah, that's fair play, yeah.
I mean, it's just ranging, and you know, it's barcodes. Yeah, but that's why I to me it doesn't make sense to take bites around this area. I want this price to break above. Yeah, I'm in the same boat actually. I would rather break above all that consolidation
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's
buy
gonna-
will offer.
It's gonna
But I
break
guess
up.
the reason why they entered is because it's to get like a better price, get in,
Because
get in at a better
then
price.
you have all this area to trade.
Yeah, if you're watching on 5 minutes, there's a good level at about 550, 600, which is good entry points, just to get it to the top of the zone. But I agree with you now. I wouldn't take it unless it's broken above that.
Maybe London close is gonna give you this push out from game.
I wouldn't be surprised. I've got 8, yeah. When I'm arrows at, I was looking at 850 and then back to 140.
Yes, the thing with GJ is that now it's making these. So it's making these higher lows right here, over here, over here. So if someone then buys, your stop should be below this 30-minute candle low now, because if this candle starts to close above this area, you know, then it should at least stay above the high, well, the low right over here. And then you can anticipate maybe some range, but eventually head up to fill this range here, like around 140.
Yep. Yes, exactly my plan. I'd say that's it's looking good for it as long as we continue.
Yeah. So now like your stop can be what, maybe 11-12 pips for a potential 20 pip gain.
Yeah, and if you're lucky enough to get in earlier on, then you can have a stop loss in profit now.
Yeah.
And still potentially hold all the way up to then.
Ooh, I might go to South Africa. Yeah, I might go to South Africa in February. 20 hours flight. Oh, fuck that. Yeah, if you look on the 15-minute, it's closing above these candles here to the left. You look left, closing above here. Look left, closing above here. You know, so this increases for its chances to continue moving bullish. Also, the 4-hour candle just started as well, like 15 minutes ago.
Also making higher highs.
Yeah, on the 30 minute. Wow, gold is about to drop here again. Damn. It is coming down for that retest. See, we were talking about on the daily here. Broke resistance, and now coming down here. Mr. Raja, sorry I just woke up. Any trades I can take? No, Mr. SB, you can go back to bed.
Fair enough.
I just woke up. It's like as if we're trying to sell mangoes over here. Hey, you have any more mangoes left?
Not today.
We already caught some seahorses.
Yes, seahorses, yeah.
Yeah, we did a little seahorse mentorship here earlier.
That baby's cool.
I'm gonna head off to the gym here pretty soon.
Alright.
Maybe like 10 minutes. We'll see what happens.
Next Wednesday is gonna be a really interesting day. It's gonna be like I'm gonna cut my hands on Wednesday.
Next Wednesday?
Yeah, I don't want to take any trade on Wednesday.
What's happening? Oh yeah, the vote.
Check the calendar. Yeah, it's crazy there. Yeah, USD dollar, US dollar.
Next Wednesday is nothing.
Next Wednesday, yes.
Bro, it's nothing next Wednesday.
So you're checking November 6th.
I'm checking next Wednesday, which is November 6th. Oh, this Wednesday.
Which is next one? Yeah, this.
Oh, this Wednesday, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, this week, full stop's going to be a mess.
It's one of our red folders.
Yeah, Friday as well. It's going to be a very busy week. You'll be careful.
There's some coin to be made on gold this week, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because we have NFP on Friday.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if you're on your game, it could be a good week.
I put a little spreadsheet in the Slack for, I kind of looked at all the moves that gold made after interest rate decisions and what the average pip gain is on them. And so take a peek at that if you guys want.
It's in the general chat?
Yeah, it's in the general chat. I put it all in a spreadsheet.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, interestingly enough, Alex did the same thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Alex Avalos. He did this, I think it was almost the same thing on some pairs, which he documented. Oh, I'd want to compare this now. Hey Raja, it's Ted here. I don't know.
He was earlier. What, guys, I'm going to make a move. Good work today. That's a cracking gold trade, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
JM. See, now JM is marketing here now. We can discuss some more on Renko, and I'd be glad to get you some decent content to get you in the right direction. Just drop me a line at jamescambristcapital.com. Oh, someone deleted James' message. Let's take a look at this. Cambristcapital.com. Turn losing trades to winners. We show you how. Nice. Ooh, 10% recurring discount. Interesting. Learn to trade. Weekly live streams. Nice. Wow. Look at these returns. 100% return, 400% return, 90% return. God damn. Wow. Take profit hits all the time, winning every day. Oh shit, 275 a month?
That's the tricky part.
What? Wow. Oh shit. That's the catch right there. You will learn to trade and win every day, but you gotta pay $275 a month. Amazing deal there, James. So it's $1,100 for 6 months. $2,000 a year. Nice. 10-day free access to live weekly room. Well, in 10 days you will only get one live weekly because weekly is once a week. Signal services. Bonus private session. Wow. Amazing. Beautiful. James, you know what? A better approach would have been to say, hey man, I would love to come on the live stream and I would love to promote what we do. It might help some people. You know, that would have been amazing. See, so now this is what he's really here to sell, folks. Yeah, exactly. James was selling his $200 a month, like I know. Yeah. Because I've always appreciated if people message me saying, hey, I have a service I want to promote. I'm like, okay, perfect. Let's come on the live streams. We have 800 people watch live, so you might be able to get something out of it. But no one wants to be a professional. Thank you for your gold analysis. You helped me make a few hundred. It is truly just in and out game. Yes. Because George Nicholson, if you try to take another trade, you will lose those profits. So the best idea is to come back tomorrow. Mr. James got roasted for no reason for promoting. Sorry, James. All right, everybody. Did you know Blue FX? No, I don't know Blue FX. Should I leave the stream on? Should just bounce? I think I'm gonna bounce. It's a Monday. Probably gonna host the FOMC stream. Yeah, that would be wild. Alright, I'm gonna head off. Take care, everybody. Have fun. We'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, take it easy. Be safe.
You too. Be safe.
Alright.
Yep, we'll continue the scamming tomorrow. Take care, everyone.
Yeah.